Welcome in to We Gon Figure It Out.
Huh. All right, so today we are in a different place than on our couch. That's where we've been since we've lived here in Vancouver, which let's take a real quick moment because we have to do this almost every time. We don't live in Canada.
No.
Vancouver, Washington.
Vancouver, Washington.
Which is like a suburb of Portland, Oregon, So like, it's not that hard of a concept, but it confuses. So we're doing a new format for the show. We're going to be doing it a little bit differently, and you're going to see us in different ways. We've really been praying about and trying to figure out different ways to do this. Watch this sound off because I'm trying to look out. And we've just been trying to figure out different ways. So kind of explain to them some of the different things that you want to do in the future. We're going to figure it out.
So we are trying to, I guess I can say the word expand. We're going to figure it out into a more of a business type of thing for what some of the things that I want to do.
All right. So, yeah.
So basically I've been kind of sitting on some information that I want to share, but wasn't quite ready. So I am prepared to start my business and doing natural hair. And so that's kind of where we're taking the, We're Gonna Figure It Out brand.
Yeah. And so, and basically, doing hair is not going to be called We Gonna Figure It Out. Like, she's not going to have a shop called that. But
right.
We're going to use We Gonna Figure It Out on YouTube a lot more often. And we're going to use our Facebook Live on Mondays as more of an update for what we're doing. And also push you toward our YouTube channel, which will have videos on her latest hairstyles that she's doing on her mannequins and on clients. And just the different variety of different things, because God sent us here to do something. And so we're pursuing a dream. And part of pursuing a dream, a big part of pursuing a dream, you gotta have a focus and tell people why you're doing it. Why are you doing this?
Yes.
And for us, there's this dream that we're pursuing is two ways. And forgive me if I step on your toes as I explain why I'm in this. Because some husbands will just say, okay, well, you pursue your dream, I'll be busy at work.
Yeah.
I'm not going back into the workforce immediately because this dream is a part of my dream too.
Exactly.
And I think that it's one of the big things that's important for me is to see a lot of young ladies get the ministry part of things that we want to do with braiding hair. Like, being able to know that you're beautiful and you're made in God's image just the way you are without having to perm, color, or do anything else is important to me.
Yeah.
Because I kind of grew up in an era where I think all the young ladies really, perms were what you did to some degree. So,
and then there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're at the place where we're trying to let young girls know and everything that it's okay to embrace who they are as they are.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the most important factors in doing that. And then also for me, it helps me unlock one of the abilities and talents that I know that I've had and I've had to open back up. So we record videos of you explaining your latest designs, and we've posted those on your YouTube, and we'll put them on the We Gonna Figure It Out page also. Right. But we're doing that because I like picking up a camera. I like directing. I like being able to help a person figure out how they want to get their vision out there, because there are a lot of talented people who can't really articulate or explain how they, they can't just do a commercial. It isn't that easy. They don't have a vision for it. And I've been blessed I know I have that vision within me. I can help people get those type of things out.
Right.
And so we're going to use all the different things that I've been gifted with. We're going to do voiceover, which is something I've been gifted with. We're going to do just shooting the videos, getting the right angles, taking the pictures to go with it, making sure that we're getting it out there on social media. And because we're sharing a gift that God gave you naturally, and we're sharing a gift that I gave. that God gave me.
Right.
And in that, I feel so much confidence to know that God is going to take care of us.
Absolutely.
Like, he didn't bring us here to fail. He didn't plant this seed within us just to say, okay, now you go back to shoveling asphalt, or you go back to doing this, that, or another.
Right.
I know that he has a plan and a purpose for us, and I believe that we're going to have success with it. And part of expanding We Gon Figure It Out to beyond just Monday night, Facebook Live, is to allow individuals to walk through the experience with us.
Yeah.
So that they can see and understand exactly who we are, what we're doing, and why we're doing it, and the ups and downs. Because truthfully, we're really, once again, not making sense. We're making faith. Like, we're starting a little bit backwards. We've got more things that the average person would have going into a business plan. Like, we don't have the full business plan already written out, but we probably have more of our base operating things ready to go if we were to just open up soon.
Yeah.
But, as we go through, we're going to take visits.
Which is a blessing.
It is. And we're going to take visits to the Small Business Administration and Urban League here and other places and see what assistance and how we can get going in a positive direction, as well as you'll see us more focused on social media with trying to find individuals who are in this area that would be our key demographic that we're trying to pursue.
Right.
Because we know that there are African American women here, and just women in general here, who need their hair braided, who need natural hair designs that and that's going to be a key thing. We're going to be praying for some of the businesses that are already in existence, because we're not coming in here to try to dominate or take over. We're here to give a ministry gift. In part, God has given you some details on that, and we'll lay all that out in other episodes
as time goes on,
including the name of the actual business. There's a handful of things that we're doing just to make sure we've got everything covered before we really start selling or pushing it fully. But we wanted to explain what we've been up to and what we're going to be up to in the future. So it's going to be more of a reality. It's going to be more of a reality-based type deal.
Right.
So it's going to be a whole lot of different things that we're going to go. Kind of explain your vision with this while I read some of the comments to myself to see what I've missed.
Okay. So some of my visions with doing natural hair. First of all, I've been doing natural hair since, I was little bitty. I used to braid my little sister's hair. I've been braiding hair for years, but I've never had the opportunity to pursue it full time because I always worked a job, and I never thought that this would be something that I could do full time. Well, it's time to go for dreams. And I'm seeing a lot of people, step out there and say, you know what, I'm going for it. I'm going to get my fitness business started. I'm going to get, these different businesses and things. And I don't want to live a life with regret of not, really getting that dream out there. Something that has always been embedded in me, to give back to people. I love doing hair. I had a lot of clients at home. Now that I think about it, didn't really call it that, and I would do it just on the side and everything. But my main focus is to really impart in little girls and little boys too with longer hair that, they can wear their hair. There's different designs. There's different creations out there that they can look good in and be comfortable in. And so I have some certain things that I want to do to offer, free services to younger kids and things like that to allow them to look and feel nice. So
yeah, and I think one of the guys that I used to work with, he kind of asked about what about a fitness ministry or fitness thing, and I think there's a lot of different things that I'm going to explore in the next few months before the rubber meets the road. Because that's the scary thing about where we are, that days aren't perfect. It's recently gotten more real because now we're in that part of the budget that says, okay, it was fun, you guys got there, and now it's like, all right, you got a couple of months, now it's time to go get a job. Mm-hmm. And what I'm going to go back into, how I'm going to, what I'm going to do, all those different decisions, we've kind of cornered the market on what we know you're going to be doing. God has given us a clear vision and plan on that. And I'm starting to see the things that God, has for me to do. And there's a lot of different avenues that are on my heart. But I do know going back into working in media, but also helping people get their dreams out. Like if this God gives them a ministry and God gives them a dream, helping them do the same thing that we're doing here now is something I want to repeat. And as well as with, there's a lot of things that I have to do to get back to some of the places of joy that God has given me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been a unique journey. I can honestly say being here. And I woke up the other morning and I wrote this in the blog that we have on wegonfigureitout.com. It was like where I kind of realized that we have a light. And I wrote this Sunday morning, I believe. And it was just like that, and it's a command. Like in the beginning, God said, let there be light. And then I really reflected on the fact that that Jesus himself was like saying, you can't hide that light.
Yeah.
And so there's this command that we let the light shine. And I really think about all the gifts and how they unfold when I connect to him. Like he truly, I'm nothing without being connected to him. And when
Absolutely.
I connect to him, there's so much light that can shine on this dark world. And as I do that, darkness has to flee, because that goes back to that original command. And so when I woke up and wrote that Sunday morning, I kind of realized, man, that's how life works. That it's like God has given me something and I've got to go out and do it. And then, it's funny, like the confirmation on that is later on that night, we were over Adrian's house and he talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
He talked about a light. And so for me, I really kind of just look at this thing as, I don't know where God's going to take us, but I'm excited to let him shine and let him go before us and to work with us on all these different things, because...
And just to truly trust him and allow him to be God in our lives and to be God in other people's lives through us. And so I'm excited about the journey. It's a blessing, really. And, just getting to the point where we're figuring out what he wants us to do. It's fun, it's exciting, it's nervousness, in there too, but it's really a really cool journey, and I'm glad that y'all get to come along with us and see what we're up to.
I think the original part for me that's been kind of hard, one of the harder things that's happened for me is understanding that as my light my light still shines. I'm still a pastor. I'm still me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm at a different position in a different place.
Yeah.
And I realize it's the same hustle. Like the first day I walked into, let's just say John 3:16, or the first day I walked into New Beginnings, everything was new. And I didn't know how, I knew God assigned me there. I knew I was supposed to be there. But at the time, I did not know. Like, he had given me the vision, but I didn't believe that I could fulfill the vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't even that it was a guess on like, okay, God, what are you going to have for me to do? It was more or less just like, hey, this is,
right.
This is it. So now being here, that's the other fun part, is understanding the vision and the plan. Like, he's given us a vision, he's given us a plan, and I just got to walk it out. And that's going to be the funnest part of all of it. So, that's going to be one part of what we're going to talk about. And we're still going to come in and talk about different things, especially with our whole family, as far as things like with the thunder and other things like that. So we're still going to, just give you the plain everyday things of life. So next week, you should probably be able to expect one of the first episodes that will be just strictly on YouTube, a little bit longer than what we do here. And then Monday, we'll give you a recap of what you should expect there. And we're going to work hard for it. So we know that everyone out there who sees this video and everyone out there who has supported us and loved us through this transition is going to be praying for us. We continue to ask you to pray and do that diligently. And don't be scared to ask us to pray for you, because truthfully, in this time, this is a time where we have to be closer to God than any other time. And so if you're going to ever target anyone to ask you to pray, sometimes you have to ask those people who are at what society may perceive as at their lowest, but they may be closer to God. than anyone. You know, like sometimes it's those innocent people that's just naive enough to believe that God is real and God's going to do those things are the people you would ask to pray. So as we're standing on faith, we'll stand on, for our own dreams and everything that God has given us. We're going to ask that you give us the opportunity to stand on faith and pray for you as well, because we will do that diligently. We got time, a little bit. We don't have that, but we do have time for prayer. But we're handling everything from a type of schedule where, we're up, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning for different reasons to pray or study or do something of that nature. God may wake me up just to write something and I might blog it. And with, with you, same thing. You'll get up as early as 3:45 to pray. And so, but we get to work, and we're pretty much working on getting this vision out from everything from studying notations and everything so that we can pass exams, to get certifications, to studying different creative techniques. I'm doing market research and getting different statistics gathered so that we can create the proper business plan and have that to be able to present to other people so they can support what we're doing in a legitimate way. Because I never want to just ask people to support us and it's not a full, I can't show them where God has shown us.
Right.
I can end the video, or my part of saying today that one of the things that God has shown us is that He knows every hair on your head.
Sure.
And in knowing that, He knows all the stars and is counting them. Like
knows them by name.
Yeah, he's such an intimate God that it would be foolish for me to pretend as though He's not. It would be foolish for us to pretend as though He's not in the middle of everything. And He loves us enough to help us out and to tell us, which direction to go and to point us in the path. And I believe that everything that we do is going to be for His glory. And that's all we can ever ask for.
That's right.
Like throughout life, everybody kind of journeys and they try to figure out this and that. And we get a chance to try to do all these little things that we like. But it's funny how it always comes full circle that once you make a decision to say, I'm going to give God glory for everything, you still wind up like doing what you want.
Right.
Like that's the most beautiful. So it's like why wrestle and fight with all the other in-betweens and the unknown? At the end of the day, setting your heart on Him.
The thing is He's giving you the gift, so He wants you to give it back to Him, use it, and help others, and glorify Him in that way. So,
all right, that's it.
That's it. Thank y'all for tuning in.